Hi guys. So I was watching this movie, Us, a very interesting movie. Shall I say it's about doppelgangers and how we all have a mask, and quite an interesting movie. But one of the things that was said in it was the girl at the start when she was in the car said that, do you know that the government puts fluoride in the water to control the mind? No one responded, and then she said nobody cares, and then it just moved on from that. That little quote there is the truths they put in movies, but they put them in movies because they realise that no one will actually pay attention to the little truths that are put in the movies secretly, and they're just put in there, and most people will see straight through it. Yeah, that was actually said in the movie, and they know people will ignore that and forget about it. And of course, this is Hollywood, and we know Hollywood's controlled by the shadow people, the same people that control our news, the same people that basically direct the events that go on all over our world. So yeah, that was put in there. Also, another movie, the same people that were behind the movie Us were behind the same people that were behind the movie Get Out, which is a movie about mind control, MK Ultra. You know, a movie about MK Ultra. MK Ultra is very real. MK Ultra does exist. They use MK Ultra on pretty much the masses. And do you know what? I think the TV is a form of MK Ultra because it changes people's minds, it changes people's behaviour, and people obey to it. People think that it's real, and of course we have broadcasting the news. Now, casting, what do you do when you cast? You cast a spell, and what's the news? Well, you're broadcasting the news, casting, and it's words written on a piece of paper that they tell people through a light source on a black mirror, a scrying mirror. A scrying mirror is the legend of the scrying mirrors. A scrying mirror, if you look at that, is a legend where women would look into a black mirror and it would tell them the future. Now, that is exactly what mobile phones are, the black mirror and light that gives people information and even can tell them what's about to happen. And it's the same with the news, it's the same with the movies and the predictive programming that tells them what it is. If you look at the word SCRYING mirrors, so S crying mirrors, scrying mirrors, the legend of the scrying mirrors, and it's a very old legend. So that's why I believe that technology is nothing new. So yeah, this movie is about MK Ultra, and it's the same people behind that movie Us, which is about the doppelgangers, and it shows that there's more than one of us. Kind of shows us that there's more than one parallel universe. See, a lot of truth in movies, but people just see them as, nothing more than just fiction. They think it's fake, when actually there's probably more truth in movies than what you see in frigging on the news these days. And of course, the news is basically casting spells because it's broadcasting the spells written on a piece of paper that they're telling us, and people are obeying to it. They're obeying to it because they think it's real, and in their mind they're indoctrinated to believe it's real, and in their mind they build a prison in their mind and they obey to it. And that means they're under a spell, and some people just cannot, that spell cannot be broken, if that makes sense. So, and of course, when you see live, and I say that we live in a mirror world, when you look at the word live from the studios, if you read live backwards, it says evil. So there's always evil written when the news is broadcasting to every nation in this world, to everyone in this world pretty much now. And then, of course, when it's broadcasting to the masses obey to what it says, and it changes their behaviour, it puts fear in them. And also, of course, like we've seen with what's going on in this pandemic, people are obeying to the orders that are taking place in it, and they're obeying to the lies, and they believe it. They are behaving and being told what to do, and they're obeying to it because they are under a spell. They believe it's real. And of course, we're out of that. We're not indoctrinated. For some reason, we're immune to the spell. So I thought I'd just point this small video out with 2 movies. Get Out, which is about MK Ultra, and it shows how they can control the mind and put a different entity inside a body, and it changes their behaviour. And of course, Us, there's a bit of subliminal messages in this movie. Thanks, guys.